Hello and welcome to SGPN's A Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess, and I'm here with my favorite underdog fantasy plays for Monday, July 22nd, 2024. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code DAILYDOG, DAILYDOG, for an up to 50% deposit match bonus. I shouldn't say up to 50. You do get a 50% deposit match bonus, which is worth up to $250. But enough on the promo. Let's get back to that later. Let's get straight into the plays. We're starting out in tennis. We're going to be playing a clay match in Umag, Croatia. Lorenzo Sonego higher than 5.0 aces plus double faults against the young Croatian wildcard Mili Poljacek. I apologize for the pronunciation to any Croatians out there. So basically this comes down to one thing. Sonego can probably name the amount of aces he wants to get in this match. He can go over 5.0 aces and double faults with just aces in this match. He's a top 100 player, top 50-ish player who is consistently in that ranking. For years he's been, top 100 player and in the top half of the top 100. And he's going against a guy who's number 481 in the world, who is only here on a wild card. Sonego hasn't played clay since before the grass swing, so he's probably going to want to work out his serve a little bit here, and he's probably want to notch a couple aces against this inexperienced opponent who's only 20 years old and who I already said is a wild card. He's only there playing in this ATP event because he is from Croatia. Like, he probably wouldn't even have made it through qualifying if he had to play that. And 5.0, Sonego can get 5 aces against top 25 players, so I think that this number is just way too low, and I have a feeling by the time this match goes off, this number is going to be higher. I mean, even if Sonego takes it easy, let's just say that he gets sloppy and he gives up 2 double faults, I think it's really easy for him to get 4 aces and go over this. So I think that he should fly over this number, and I think that he'll be close to broaching it with just his aces alone. And again, it's a spot where he's facing a much more inexperienced player who probably wouldn't be in this tournament if it wasn't in his home country. There's the Daily Dog cat saying what's up. So that's why I'm on Sonego in this spot. And again, I keep on saying again, I'm sorry, but I'll reiterate that this match starts at 12 p.m. Eastern, or 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. It's a clay tournament. It's a tennis tournament. It will probably start later than that. So you should have some time to get this one in. There is a daily dong slip play later that does start at 10 a.m. Pacific. So make sure you stick around to the end of the episode to get that information. But all right, let's get back to the show slips. Sorry, I'm all over the place here. So we have Lorenzo Sonego higher than 5.5 aces plus double faults against Mili Poljacek. I can't pronounce Croatian names. I'm sorry. We're going to baseball. This name's much easier. We're going Masyn Winn higher than 1.5 total bases against Mitch Keller and the Pirates. Masyn Winn's had a short career. He basically started playing more often late last season, and this season he's been basically an everyday starter for the Cardinals. In that short span, he's gone 4 of 9 versus Mitch Keller. The 2 times he's seen Mitch Keller this year, he's had higher than 1.5 total bases just against Keller, not even just in the game, just against Keller. So I'm going to ride the hot hand. Masyn Winn is a young and exciting player who's going to do big things in Major League Baseball. He's already having a great rookie season. And I think Keller is a great pitcher. I'm not trying to say that, anybody can just, hit the ball all over the yard against Keller. It's more of the fact that the way that Keller plays, he gets into some trouble and then he gets himself out of trouble. In his starts this year, he's averaging about 5.9, almost 6 hits allowed per start. So it's not like he is the cleanest pitcher out there who keeps the bases empty while he's on the mound. He definitely lets people make contact, and then he tries to work his way out of that through, ground double plays and flyouts and all that good stuff. So I think Winn get it higher than 1.5 total bases at a 1.1x scorcher multiplier is an awesome spot to take advantage of this matchup. I've gone over it. It's a good spot. Or Winn has proved himself in this matchup, and he's a nearly 300 hitter. And the thing that I like about having Winn in my total bases slips when it's higher than 1.5 is that he's not a guy where I need a home run or a double to get there. He has a ton of multi-hit games. He's had 2 hits in 4 of his last 6 games, and he's had at least 1 hit in 5 of his last 6 games. So yeah, he's seeing the ball well. It's a good matchup for him. Masyn Winn higher than 1.5 total bases against Mitch Keller and the Pirates. Last one, we're going to another baseball one, and this is another one I think you should hop on early in the day instead of later in the day because I think that this is going to move and you'll lose some value. we're going to be taking Mike Yastrzemski Mike Yastrzemski of the San Francisco Giants, higher than half a total base against the Dodgers. The Dodgers are starting a young pitcher who's never started in the MLB before named River Ryan, who's making his big league debut. We need Yastrzemski to get higher than half of a total base, and this is a flat multiplier. Yastrzemski is batting .364 in the month of July. I think that this is going to be down to like 0.85x by the time this game starts, or he might even get up to 1.5 total bases. So I would hop on this quick. Yastrzemski's obviously a lefty who specializes against righty batters or righty pitchers. And as I said, July has been his best month of the season by far. He's on a crazy hit streak right now. What is it? I think it's 7-game hit streak right now for Yastrzemski. And all we need is a single. We need him to get on base through a hit at some point in this game for this pick to come through. Obviously, he does get pulled out against lefties sometimes, but sometimes he does get some at-bats against them. So again, I just think Yastrzemski gets 2-3 whacks at River Ryan here, then he is going to make this pick come through. So our show slip is a 6.6x multiplier thanks to the Masyn Winn Scorcher. And again, I'll reiterate the 3 plays on the show slip here. The first one is Lorenzo Sonego in Umag Clay tennis tournament, higher than 5.0 aces plus double faults. Second one is Masyn Winn, higher than 1.5 total bases against Mitch Keller and the Pirates. And the third one is Mike Yastrzemski, higher than half of a total base versus River Ryan and the Dodgers, and that is a 6.6x multiplier. If you are new to Underdog Fantasy and you're listening to this show, maybe you're listening to this information to use it on betting sites or on other pick'em sites, I would say take advantage of the Underdog promo ASAP. You get a 50% deposit match bonus worth up to $250. So if you put $500 on the app, you get $250 in bonus funds. I recommend then using these bonus funds with the promo slips that they allow a couple times a week on Underdog. It'll be stuff like Shohei Ohtani higher than half of a plate appearance. Obviously, if you put that in a slip with 1 or 2 other plays that you really like, you're getting massive positive expected value. So use promo code DAILYDOG, DAILYDOG, one word, on UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app. All right. Next, we're going to the Daily Dong, the most fun part of the show, the Dong Squad. It's a flex slip where I choose 3 guys to hit a home run in Major League Baseball. If 2 out of 3 hit, we get money back. If only one of if we go 3 for 3, we get even more money, just not as much as a standard slip. And sorry, one of my lights turned off, so I'm turning that back on. All right, there we go. So, be aware of what you buy on Temu. I bought this Temu, by the way. This light on Temu was a great price, but it shuts off after 5 minutes most of the time. So that's neither here nor there. Let's get to the Daily Dong Slip. We are going to start out with Randy Arozarena, who's making up for lost time after this All-Star break. He kind of had a slow start to the year. He had a home run on Sunday. He had 2 home runs on Saturday, and then on Friday he had a double. So he was easing his way into the power. He is facing Carlos Rodon and the Yankees. Carlos Rodon has fallen off of a cliff. That's probably an understatement. He's allowed 9 home runs in his last 5 starts. Carlos Rodon, the guy who was dominant for the first 5 innings, the most dominant pitcher in Major League Baseball for the first 5 innings for the first couple months of the season, that guy is long gone. Carlos Rodon is giving up hard contact, and guys are getting the ball out of the park. I'm sticking with the hot hand, Randy Arozarena. If you want to use Isaac Paredes in this spot, feel free. But again, I'm sticking with Randy. He is out for blood after that All-Star break. So he's going to start off the Dong Squad slip to hit higher than half of a home run against the Yankees. Next one. This one is crazy. You're getting huge value on this one. Brian Reynolds to have home run versus Andre Pallante and the Cardinals. It's a 5.25x multiplier. That's like guys who don't hit home runs type number. And Brian Reynolds does hit home runs. He's got 18 on the year, and he has 2 versus Pallante in his career, including the last time they faced off on the 4th of July earlier this month. So yeah, I'm happy to put Brian Reynolds on this slip. And just for a good measure, Andre Pallante, I might have called him Adrian. I get his name messed up every once in a while. But Andre Pallante has allowed at least 1 home run in 3 of his last 4 starts. I think Reynolds, a switch hitter, again, I talk about him all the time as one of the most underrated hitters in baseball. He is in a good spot to get one out of the park here versus a guy who he's done it versus twice before. Last one. So Big Bailey Ober of the Twins is starting against the Phillies. He's a pretty good pitcher, but he does have some home run issues. He's allowed 5 home runs in his last 5 starts. He's allowed he's allowed at least 1 home run in 8 of his last 10 starts. So somebody's going yard on this Phillies lineup. I'm going with Schwarber. I'm going with the chalky pick. He didn't have the biggest series versus the Pirates, but he's the type of guy you can only keep down so long. And there's wind out to left center field, out to left center field in this game, 7-ish miles per hour, nothing crazy, but it doesn't hurt to have the wind at your back when you're a power hitter like Schwarber. He's a lefty facing a righty who gives up a lot of home runs in his last couple starts. So yes, I am happy to put Schwarber in this slip. This is a flex play. If it goes 3 for 3, you get 68.9x return on your money. If it goes 2 for 3, you should get around 13x return on your money. So it should be a good investment. And we are profitable on these daily dong plays. I mean, I think that's crazy to say that out loud. If you're curious about my record for show slips, promo slips, dong slips, extra slips, whatever, anything I put out is documented in the link in the description of this video or podcast. So feel free to check that out. And let's make some money.